Mode of notice. There are different modes of notice. The notice of dishonor may be oral or in writing. It may be sent by post. It must inform the party that the instrument has been dishonored. A notice of dishonor must be given within a reasonable time. The reasonable time depends upon the nature of the instrument. Notice of dishonor not necessary. Well, the notice of dishonor may not be necessary under the circumstances, such as when endorser writes at the time of endorsement that no notice of dishonor is required, when the drawer of a check has stopped the payment of a check, when the party charged shall not suffer any damage for want of notice, when the party entitled to notice could not be found, when the drawer is the acceptor also. In case of promissory note, which is not negotiable, the party entitled to notice promises to pay unconditionally. When the notice could not be given due to unavoidable circumstances. Noting: when a note or a bill is dishonored, the holder presents it to a notary public. The notary public records the fact of dishonor, date of dishonor, reasons of dishonor, notary charges, and puts his signature on the negotiable instrument. It is a proof that negotiable instrument has been dishonored. Noting is not required in case of dishonor of a check because the bank, while refusing the payment, returns the check giving reasons in writing for the dishonor of the same. Protest. The protest is a formal certificate of dishonor issued by the notary public to the holder of the bill or note on his demand. The notary public cannot grant protest unless presentment is made by himself or by his agent. It is a proof of dishonor that can be presented in court. Protest for better security. When the acceptor of a bill becomes insolvent, the holder need not to wait till maturity of the bill. He may demand better security to ensure its payment on due date. If on demand by the holder, the acceptor refuses to give better security, the bill may be treated as dishonored, but the suit may be filed only after maturity. Such certificate such a certificate is called a protest for better security. Compensation for dishonor. There are rules for determining the compensation for a dishonor. The holder is entitled to the amount due upon the instrument together with the expenses incurred in presenting, noting, and protesting it. When the person charged resides at a place different from that at which instrument was payable, the holder is entitled to receive the sum at the current rate of exchange between the two places. An endorser who has paid the amount can get the amount with interest at 6% per annum from the date of payment until realization, together with the expenses caused by dishonor and non payment. When the person charged and endorsed resides at different places, the endorser is entitled to receive such sum at the current rate of exchange between two places. A party is entitled to compensation may draw bill payable at sight or on demand upon the party liable to compensate him, or for the amount due to him with all expenses properly incurred by him. Dishonestly issuing check. If whoever dishonestly issues a check for payment which is dishonored shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 3 years or a fine or both, unless he proves that he had made the arrangement with his bank to ensure that the check would be honored and that the bank was at fault in dishonoring the check. Discharge of parties from liabilities. The maker, acceptor, or endorser of a negotiable instrument is discharged from liability under the circumstances which I explain in my next video.